What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about all of the hubbub involving LeBron James's son, Bronny James, and the young lady he chose to go to prom with. And just talk about, more so, it's revolving around the community's reaction and as well exploring double standards and hypocrisy within that. So, I want to give a quick disclaimer before I really get into the video. And the quick disclaimer is that I don't have any beef with Bronny James or LeBron James or, any of the Jameses. All right. Bronny, he can date whoever he wants. I really don't care like that. I'm doing this video more so to focus on, explore, and address, the hypocrisy, the double standards, and the other BS, regarding interracial dating within the community. All right. So let's get into this. So first and foremost, I feel like this prom picture, I feel like it was posted strategically on certain websites to get a rise out of black women. Because they know, especially, the black websites and the black blogs, they know, when you get black women talking, you get things popping. The likes, the views, the comments, the subscribers, the engagement goes through the roof. I mean, hey, y'all are talking about it. I'm talking about it. People are talking about it. At least within the black social media sector. I really don't think people outside of the black community, black social media sector of the community really care. Not to say that they are, just so approving of interracial dating, but more so they just don't care to really talk about it, at least on public platforms. And I know some people are going to bring up the argument that, he's just a kid. Leave him alone. He can date who he wants to date. Love is love. Who are you to judge? And the thing is, all those things are true, at least have some truth in them. But the thing is, they're saying that he's just a kid. But the thing is, though, wasn't Simone Biles just a kid when folks were coming at her? Wasn't Malia Obama just a kid when people were coming at her? And I know somebody gonna come through and be like, well, see, Malia Obama, she was like, over the age of 18, she was like maybe 19, so she's not a kid anymore, technically, and, we can come for her. While Bronny, on the other hand, he's about 17 years old, so it's a difference. See, he's still a kid. And then, if that can't work, then they'll change the finish line to be something else, right? Somehow, some way, they're going to find a way to alleviate Bronny James of any accountability when it comes to, being bashed for swirling, interracially dating. And but either way it goes, if Malia and if Malia and Simone are old enough, then Bronny is old enough. Also, another thing, why wasn't Bronny encouraged by his parents? He comes from a two-parent household. There was, a black mother present, of course, and there was also a black father present as well. So why wasn't he encouraged by his parents to be with a young black sister? A black girl, a young black woman. I mean, don't y'all want him to continue his strong black king legacy? To perpetuate his strong black king James? Y'all know Becky in the photo can't do that. Oh, y'all know Becky can't do that. Becky ain't trying to do that either. Becky's womb erases the black man's legacy, the black king's James. But Keisha, her womb, it perpetuates the black man's legacy, the black king James. Rebecca's womb, Selena's womb, Kim Woo's womb, and all the other non-black women's wombs do not offer the black man salvation, but rather erasure. But I know that because a lot of these black men are so far gone, so lost in the sauce, so self-loathing, so thirsty for just some proximity to non-blackness, that they're going to find a way to justify being with Rebecca, Selena, Kim Woo, what have you. Because the favorite argument is that the black man's seed is dominant. Oh, if the father is black, the child's black. But it don't work like that, right? And the black genes seem to only be dominant when it comes to black men, because I don't really see that argument being put forth when it's black women. But we're going to get into that a little bit later in the video. And also the black seed. I mean, if this black seed, from what I'm hearing, some people are saying it's more so fertilizer versus a seed. But let's go with it just being a seed for the sake of this video. How can a seed or sperm go into non-black eggs, black seed going into non-black eggs and produce a black child? Biologically speaking, I don't think that makes sense. As well, you get chromosomes and genes from both parents. You just don't get all your genes from your black father. I mean, let's be real. Let's think about it. You're in your mother's womb for 9 months. You're being exposed to your mother directly for 9 months before you even come into this world. Long story short, the argument is flawed. That's all I'm saying. But on to the next subject, though. I wonder if you guys noticed this or not, but just in case you didn't, I want to bring this up. And that is, it looks like Bronny James did not get, the come up starter black girl, right? He seems to have went straight to white. And let's be real, it's probably because he doesn't need it. He don't need a come up girl or a starter black girl or a come up black girl. He already up because he's LeBron James's son. And then I know some people are going to come through, especially black men, come through with the argument, quote unquote, most black men are with black women argument, which I find to be very dismissive, for one. And also, when it comes to black women who date interracially and who are criticized for it, I don't see that argument being thrown up by black men like that, or even black women. That, hey, most black women are with black men. Even though, black women, statistically speaking, are more race loyal in their dating choices than black men are. And then people will come through with the argument that, black men have options. Black men are popping. Black men are the most desired men in the known and unknown universe. Since the beginning of time, the black man was the most desired man. And, black women just feel some type of a way because black men have options and they're exploring them. And I think when it comes to some, black women and whoever else who may take issues, black women may take issues because they are black men only, like they date only black men. So because of that, they don't really like seeing that. And they also don't like the symbolism of it as well. And then there's some black women who may have an issue with just the hypocrisy of it all. Because it seems like interracial dating is okay sometimes, and then sometimes it's not okay. And it seems to be not okay are more criticized when it comes to the black women. And then, some black men that come through and be all like, black men get criticized for interracial dating, blah, blah, blah. And I will say that, that does exist, but there's also like some pushback and also people being like okay with it, or either just saying, let them live, you know. But, again, people do bring up that argument about, most black men are with black women, right? I don't really hear that argument being flipped and saying most black women are with black men, right? But, just recently, Tika Sumpter was criticized for marrying her boyfriend, now husband, who is, white, Caucasian. I didn't see that argument being thrown out there that, hey, most black men, or rather, most black women are with black men, so this really shouldn't be a bother to you. And whether or not that's true, I think for the black men out there, ultimately, I think it may boil down to not liking the symbolism of it, like, a black woman being with a white man, not liking that symbolism. I mean, because you can really make the argument that, most black women don't date out. So what's the big deal? It's just, a small percentage of black women who are dating out. So this should be ignored. But people don't really make those type of arguments when it comes to black women for some reason. When it comes to black women, all of a sudden, there's an agenda. Like there's an interracial dating agenda at play, and they're trying to encourage our black queens to date white cave beast in order to eradicate the black race. They get real extra and extreme with it. They go to the extreme with it. They talking about, we ain't gonna be around the next generation because the black woman done swirled herself out of existence and she can't birth no more black children. No, 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 no. Our sisters gotta hold us down. Our sisters, we need our black queens. We show. The black queen don't go over there. No, no. Billy don't want you to go. Brad and Billy ain't no good for you. And, perhaps there is an interracial dating agenda, but I feel like black men and young black boys are way more susceptible to the agenda than black girls and black women. Not to say that they are completely invulnerable, but I do feel like this agenda is more so focused on black men. Because a lot of times in the media, when you do see interracial couples get in the spotlight, it often involves a black man, or a black man, especially like, a phenotypically identifiable black man. Because they want to push the agenda. They want to show you that, hey, this applies to you, young black brother. You can date interracially too, because you are desired. See, these women desire you. You don't have to deal with Keisha or her bad attitude, lace front, and type 2 diabetes. No, sir. Rebecca's over here waiting for you. Oh, Selena's waiting for you too. Oh, Kim Woo's waiting for you to come on through. Don't worry about perpetuating and continuing the legacy of blackness, young brother. Don't worry about that. That's what you got black women for. Black women to take care of that for you. And this interracial dating agenda, it is focused more so on black men, especially young black boys. And you'll even see it in like some of the TV shows. And it's best to get them while they're young. And I know there may be some, Manny Mules out there and maybe kind of split because on one hand they're black male identified, but on the other hand they don't like swirling because they like, and prefer and are only black men, when it comes to their dating choices. And as well, a bit of a sidebar here, but you also got to watch out for some of these mammy mules out here because some of them are covert child touchers, if you will. I'm not sure if the word I want to use is, considered banned by YouTube or not, but, covert child touchers, if you get my drift. And particularly, covert black male child touchers. Mark my words. All right, mark them. Mark this timestamp as well. And these knickknacks out here, they are, overt child touchers, for young girls. But another thing I want to bring up is that I really think that when it comes to, this whole, black men swirling thing, I do think that there are some black men out there who may not be swirlers, but who may be living vicariously through, young black men like Bronny who do swirl. And as well, may like seeing brothers swirl because it shows that black men are desired. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm pretty sure there's some black women out there who may like seeing black women swirl because it shows that black women are desired, especially for black women, because a lot of times black women are sent the message that they are undesirable. But a lot of people don't want to comprehend that and take that in and put that into consideration, though. But that's another video. And, just my own personal speculation and conjecture, I do think that perhaps LeBron James may be living his truth through his son, through Bronny James, because I think LeBron James may want to, be a wild swirler on the loose out here. Just like Dwayne Wade is living his truth through his son, ex-son, now transgendered daughter, And LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, they come from a time when you couldn't live your truth. But times done change, and now you can be free to live your truth, or at least be more free to live your truth. And also, LeBron James is from Ohio, Akron, Ohio. He got money and fame, so he dying to swirl. He really do want to swirl. But, LeBron James, I think he knows, right? He knows better, right? But I do think if either he and his wife ever divorced, or either if he steps out of his marriage, and has an extramarital affair, I do think for some odd reason, I feel like the woman he's going to end up dating after his wife is going to be white, or at the very least non-black. But, that's just my own personal speculation, But then again, LeBron James could be one of those dudes who may just kind of want who may just have a fetish for non-black women, especially white women, but, want quote unquote like the main chick to be a black woman, not too black, quote unquote, because he may be on some colorist stuff too. But I don't really got the receipts on that. And also, Ohio is swirl city for many black men. If you are a black woman in Ohio who's black man only, you got it rough. You got it tough. You know? And then I do hear some people criticizing, black women on why they care. At least the black women who do care, of course. And the thing is, I think that some black women care because, one, the symbolism, they don't want to see that symbolism out there because it may offend them, and also it may also encourage other young black men to swirl or think it's okay to swirl. Also, some black women are, many black women are, black men only when it comes to their dating choices. So for them, seeing that, it's like, well, they're seeing it happen at a younger and younger age. And it's like, whoa, because if it's happening at a younger and younger age, then what's going to happen? Like, it's not going to change if he gets older, probably. It's not that it can't change, but what's the likelihood of it changing? And if it does change, what prompted the change? Were you a failed swirler? Or did you, become woke or something? Those are some questions that need to be answered. And I know there's some black women out there, some mammy mules, climbing up a mammy mountain. Sure enough, gonna scream from the mountaintops that I love my black king. Don't go to the white side. No, no, no. You better stay on the black side. Black king, black king. Yeah. Hold on, Black King, I'm coming up a mammy mountain. I sure enough is. I'm gonna save you. I'm gonna save the community by shouting on the mountaintops that I love my kings. And a lot of times in situations like this, that does happen when black women feel the need to come out and be all like, Black King, we love you. Black King, we need you. Black King, don't leave us. We gotta stick together. We gotta hold down the community. They're trying to get us to erase ourselves. They're trying to get us to hate ourselves. Please don't leave, Black King. And the thing is, unfortunately, by and large, these cries for black men to stay in the community, to stay in the community are going to, by and large, be ignored. I mean, think about it. I mean, think about the history of like interracial dating, relationships, encounters, what have you, and when it comes to black men in the United States. Like, at one time it was illegal to interracially date and interracially marry, and especially that was very much regulated when it came to black men. And like if black men were seen with white women, it was like basically an on-site death sentence. They would be hung from a tree, castrated, and their penis would be shoved in their mouth. If at that time that was not a deterrent, right? Because I know some people are going to be like, well, it's different now. That doesn't happen anymore now. But at that time, though, if that was not a deterrent to keep black men from white women, because, let's be real, it was still happening, even with that as a threat, even with that looming threat, it was still happening. Now, if that was not enough to deter black men from the swirl, what do you think begging gonna do? And as well, there's also like some people's like towns have been attacked and blown up because of it. Again, if that's not a deterrent, black women going online begging, singing Black King songs, trying to get them to come home, that's not gonna work. You're just going to have to cut your losses on that and wipe your hands of that. And just, if you black woman only, well, if you're a black woman who's black man only, then you just wipe your hands of that and just, you're going to have to focus on the black men who are in it to win it when it comes to the black community and black relationships. Now, I don't know if it's enough to go around. I don't know if y'all going to have to be like sister wives and stuff like that. I don't know. Perhaps we can import some, black men from other uh, countries, like, other regions like the Caribbean, the continent of Africa, to help. You know, Perhaps black women can go on, black king trips to, some country in Africa or some country in the Caribbean, and order like a mail order black king groom and bring him home. Some black women gonna do that. I just put it in the atmosphere. Some black woman's gonna do that or try to do that. Heck, probably already beat me to it. But that'd be a good idea. Create like a website for like mail order black grooms for black women. Well, it can be any group of women who use it, but black women gonna be the main ones using it. It'd probably be some at least a few white women in the mix too. For the black women out there who are black men only, and only a black man to do, would you be open to something like that? Don't be ashamed, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. I'm pretty sure they can make it a discreet process, so like folks don't know you're really using the mail order black king groom service. But I wonder what the cost would run. What would the cost of that be? Who knows? But I do know that, there's some people out there criticizing black women for caring, that black men out here are, quote unquote, exploring their options more, right? But the thing is, though, I think on some level, I think black men want black women to care. I really do. Now, I think they want them to care, but they also don't want to hear it. Like they want it, but don't want it at the same time, right? And the thing is, when it all boils down to it, the thing is that when black women stop caring about black men dating out, that's when you should be worried. That's when I'm definitely going to be like, well, something about to go down. When black women collectively stop caring. And I think slowly we may be getting to that. Slowly. I think more and more as we go, it's starting to, slowly get to that point. Because I think black women are starting just to get tired. Whether you are of the divestors or the mammy mules or, somewhere in between. Yeah. But let me bring this video to a close. I don't want to go on for too long. I've gone on for long enough. So let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. Let me know. Until the next video, adios and goodbye for now. I guess one more thing. That black men, they're going to be going up. How the black women got Mammy Mountain to go up? Black men are going to be going up Naker Hill. All right. But the thing is, black men, I don't think they're going up Naker Hill for black women, because they ain't really trying to shout on the mountaintops or hilltops about black women, though. But they're going up Naker Hill, though. Slowly but surely, they're making their way up Naker Hill, bashing black women on the way up. To go up the Naker Hill and be all like, black men got options, black women. Y'all just got to accept that. We ain't got to deal with you no more. We ain't got to deal with the bad attitude and the lace fronts and the weaves, the wigs, the high cholesterol and diabetes. No. Not no more. We got Becky. We got Selena. We got Kim Woo coming through. But it's going to be a hill. Black man ain't trying to climb up no mountain now. Black man ain't going to be putting in that much work. But the black women for a black king will climb up Mammy Mountain, though. They'll climb up a mountain for a black king. In fact, if you put like a contest, like, if you get to the top, you get a black king. It'd be like a lot of black women signing up to get into that contest. That's just how much value they put on black kings, right? But I've said all I gotta say, so let me know what you gotta say in the comments section. Thanks a lot. Adios and goodbye for now.